Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So guys, the layoffs are here. The layoffs are here, man. It's one thing that they were talking about in the news at the beginning of the year. Now they're not talking about it. But guys, tech, big corporations, they're laying people off. We all know that the first people to go are these dunderheaded broads that have these useless jobs. They have useless degrees in underwater lesbian studies. They're HR, they're social media managers, and all this other crap. All across the United States, they're getting these Zoom meetings, you know, these phone calls, these emails, and they open them up, and all they hear is, "You're fired!" What? That's right, they get fired. And guys, you can't feel bad for them, because all of us are getting fired because we have essential jobs, right? We are essential. All my friends that are, software developers, plumbers, truck drivers, my military friends aren't getting laid off, right? But these chicks have these useless jobs and they're always shocked when they get the old pink slip. So guys, let's go back to the dumpster fire and look at more of these dunderheads crying about getting laid off. Guys, let's get into this.
Put a finger down if you posted a video yesterday about how you're trying to change your morning routine so it doesn't feel like you're like a cog in a machine and like living in a simulation and just working. And today you got laid off. Yeah, that would be me. Thankfully, I still have my other job. I work as a Pilates instructor, but like my actual full-time job, she's gone. And I guess I'll just take you guys on the journey of finding a new job, I guess. So we shall see.
Look at that, guys. So guys, she had two useless jobs, right? She had two absolutely useless dunderheaded jobs.
You stupid woman!
It says, who's hiring a social media manager? So as that was her job. She called that her job. And she's a Pilates instructor. And the stupid glasses, the nose ring, I think that tells you all that you need to know about this dunderheaded broad right here. This is how these women go around. Guys, the thing about a lot of these female-dominated fields is they were actually made to supplement the husband's income. And guys, let's be honest. Social media managers, right? And Pilates instructors.
Talking about whores, people! They're everywhere!
Come on, dude. All those chicks are all 304s. Look at that. All these other chicks got laid off, too. Same queen got laid off last Friday, 5 minutes before ending my shift. They made me train my replacement thinking the team was growing. Please. What a joke. How did you not see this coming, you absolute fool? And guys, I've made a video about Skynet taking these chicks' jobs. But guys, AI is going to take all these social media managers' chicks' jobs anyways. Clown world.
I've been laid off. I don't have a fucking job. I'm unemployed. I have no income. Oh, I'm so Let's go to Starbucks. Maybe you can help me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I have really based opinions, so.
Okay, perfect. I just got laid off.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Will you give me, like, literally anything?
Yeah.
Venti would be great. I'm gonna load myself up.
Let me build you the perfect drink, my love.
Okay, definitely a coffee.
What is your feelings on chocolate and pistachio?
Great. We have great
we
feelings
have
about that.
Okay.
Anything you say.
Okay. Anything else today, my love?
That'll be it.
Okay, that'll be $7.61 at the window for me.
Thank you. Going to Barnes & Noble after this. Like, what? I'm just doing everything that can make myself feel better. Yeah, Are you sure? Are you for real? Thank you. Oh my gosh. That was so nice, bro. She gave my drink for free. Hey ladies, if you just got fired, you too can get a Dubai chocolate mocha. We got a venti because I just said F it. We're not gonna have venti money soon. Taste test? It's really good.
Yeah, and guys, pretty soon she'll have an OF page, right? And then she'll be on a plane to see Mahmoud, who's gonna give her some real Dubai chocolate, right, guys? Guys, that's the next move. Those are next steps for her. Oh no, look at that.
No, that's really good. No, that's really good. Thank you. Now we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble because I need Tower of Dawn. We've made it. I think it's time that I go through all my DMs and I respond to all the sugar daddies wanting to give me money. Can I pay for? You can pay for my bills. When he goes, what would you spend the money on? Your nails or your rent? Rent and insurance, because I'm gonna not have insurance soon.
Why are you filming all
These
this?
people with jobs. A whole book about kale is crazy. While I'm crying, I might as well just buy Kingdom of Ash. This many pages would normally intimidate me, but I have a lot of time. Just got fired, fit check. A sweater under here. Do I look employable? Who knew? Did that make me feel better? For now. I get to Kingdom of Ash and I'm sobbing. Just know that it's making it 10 times worse. I feel fine for like 30 minutes and then I start crying again. No, I feel like such a failure. I've been juggling content and a full-time job for over a year now. And if you're watching this, it would mean the world to me if you followed me and liked my stuff.
No thanks. Guys, she said normally this many pages would intimidate her. Is she illiterate, right?
You stupid woman!
What are you talking about? And guys, those are like barely like, you know, teeny bopper fantasy dramas anyways. Really? Normally this many amount of pages would intimidate me. What are you talking about? Crying, going to Starbucks, filming all this, putting it on the internet? Why? Why? What a joke. And then, oh my God, it's Starbucks lady. I got laid off. Give me something for free. Right? Is that not the most woman thing that we've ever heard?
Just like a woman.
Look at that. If you guys are still here, like, subscribe, or drop a comment, guys. Share the video. Hit the join button for a membership. Clown world.
You know what the worst part about being laid off is?
Sorry, guys. I got to translate. So you can understand what this thunderhead's saying, right? Sorry, guys. I almost missed it.
You know what the worst part about being laid off is? Is that you signed a legal document saying like you can't discuss why you're laid off or like the circumstances that led up to the layoff. Because I've been really struggling with like perception or just being perceived and people not understanding why I was laid off or like if it was something that I knew about, something I wanted or anything like that. I just had this like fear that people are like, oh my God, she must have really sucked at her job, or oh my God, like she must suck as a human being. And it's like, it's not like that. And I get so defensive, but it's like, I have to be able to live with the truth and just know that like, it wasn't like that at all. But then I get like crazy when I think about like people thinking about me and my situation. And I know that's so silly. Anyway, I've been a stay-at-home wife for about 3 months now, and it's really great, but I'm finding it may not be for me. I think I want to go back into like the real world, be a corporate baddie, but I'm almost embarrassed about it because I think there's like a perception that comes with being laid off. Like people are like, oh my God, they suck, like they're bottom of the barrel, and it's like, no, it wasn't like that. And like, why is there a 3-month gap here? Or just like, oh, she must have sucked. I don't know. I've got so many feels about it, but I miss the routine. I miss being around other people. And I'm just feeling kind of like, I don't know, emotional and like insecure about it. So I don't know. I just wanted validation from my friends and the people who love me. And the people who don't know me. Like, you can validate me too.
No thanks. And we hate you over here, right, guys? Hey, guys, this chick, I think she's Filipino or whatever. She's probably like 5 foot, 5'1". Cause look at how small her hands are. Is there anything worse than like a really small petite chick that's supposed to be petite but's fat? Cause look at her fingers. You know what I mean? Cause look at her hands. She's not supposed to be carrying this much weight. You know what I mean? So she just looks extra odd. You know? Sad. Now, guys, couple things. See, us guys, when we work like essential jobs and we're laid off, we realize that it's, you know, budget cuts. You know, the company got bought out, so we don't automatically assume the negative. With these chicks, because they're all useless, oftentimes they're laid off because they suck at their jobs, right? Or their job is useless, you know, so they're working a sucky job. So what are you talking about? Because imagine being this much in your thoughts and feelings about getting laid off. She should have had another job. And this also proves, guys, that she hates her husband and her kids, right? But she should be enjoying this time that she can stay home with her kids, plural, serve her husband. But guys, that's not good enough for modern women at all. They're demons. Demons, demons, demons. Look at that. What a... They go to these woke liberal colleges and get these useless degrees in underwater lesbian studies, right? Just to prove to the all-knowing they how strong and independent they are.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Clown world. And guys, they get these useless jobs. HR, recruiting, marketing, right? You know? And we all know that when the corporations have to tighten their purse strings, those jobs get cut first. So all over the United States, every day, these dunderheads are getting that Zoom call or that email. They open it and it says, "You're fired!" What? That's right, guys. They're getting fired. Laid off, and they have to post on TikTok and cry about it. Cry about it. Come on, man. What an absolute joke. So, guys, let's go back to the dumpster fire known as TikTok with these absolute dunderheads crying about getting laid off, right? Guys, let's get into this. And I would say, guys, you know things are cooked when Asians are doing it. If you see Asian chicks doing it, dude, oh no, we're cooked, you know? Here we go.
Okay, so I just got laid off from my job an hour ago. Big life update, I guess. This is nuts. This is crazy. I don't even know what to think. I feel shocked. I feel embarrassed. I know I shouldn't feel embarrassed, but I do. I saw it coming, but I didn't see it coming in the sense that, like, obviously, as the controller, I'm privy to all of our financials because I'm the one creating our financial statements. Yeah, I'm like at a loss for words. I feel like you see so many people talking about they know someone or whatever getting laid off, and now I know someone because that someone is me. Like, I'm me. I got laid off. That is me. I don't know. This is just nuts. At least I had a good weekend off. Welcome back to work. Hope you guys had a good holiday. Hey, Cynthia, you're getting laid off. I will say on the bright side, at least my severance package is decent. And they are giving me my last day as of March 1st. So then I will have full benefits the month of March. But it's still shocking. Okay. Happy Tuesday, friends.
Cooked. Now, guys, you might ask, AJ, what exactly did she do, right? Because she's Asian, so you would think that, like, she would have an important job. Guys, she was the corporate controller of a beauty startup. Look at that, guys. Are you serious? A beauty startup? What are you talking about? Useless. Useless, useless, useless. A beauty startup? What is going on? Look at that, guys. Because we all know that this is the type of chick. I'm a corporate girly. No, you're not. This, I feel that it's a bad sign when a company lays off their controller. I've been through two myself. You go through all the grief stages after the shock wears off. Let yourself process it and don't be ashamed, please. Look at that, guys. Look at that. They're making fun of her hair. I got laid off today, too. All these chicks got laid off. Look at this. Look at that. This chick says, I've been out of a job for a year and a half. Not lying. Guys, how do you not have a job for a year and a half? What is going on? Look at that. Guys, quick, stop, take a second, like, subscribe, share the video, drop a comment. Appreciate that. Clown world.
Your role is being eliminated. Today will be your last day in office. You will be placed on a paid leave, and our talent acquisition team will work with all our hiring managers to make sure your resume is reviewed and considered. Look, I know this is difficult news. Decisions like this are never easy for us to share out as well. But I do want to take a minute and truly appreciate your contributions and the impact you've had here. Thank you for what you've given to the company.
Look at that, guys. Right? Now, guys, I don't know, man. This seems a little staged. I'm not sure. Like, she could have made an AI voice whatever. But guys, still, this is what happens to a lot of these idiots, right? You look in the comments, guys, and people, they are saying that this happens to them. Was this done via a recording? Same. I hung up and gave no emotion. Look at that. Look at that. Why do they always do it last minute? So we have to give 2 weeks notice, but they can't tell us what's going on. Please. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Come on, man. Look at that. Hold it together. You'll be fine. Come on.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Look at that, guys. Look at all these chicks said they got laid off. All these chicks, guys. Useless jobs, useless degrees, right? And crying and putting it on the internet. Clown world.
Me finding out I'm laid off via email. Yeah, that's what I woke up to today. I'm honestly still in shock. Gonna process it, take some time. So if I'm not doing my usual stuff, that's why. But this is the 4th time in 2 years that this has happened. And there's only so much people can actually take. And the worst part is I was told I was going to be okay. Surprise, I'm not. So yeah, I have to sort some things out. And when is this madness honestly going to stop? And I know it's not personal, but companies need to remember that employees are people. We're human beings. We aren't numbers. We aren't IDs. We aren't salaries. We're human beings. And being told one thing and waking up to an email saying another is pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. And I don't know. Do I change industries? Do I use this as an opportunity to, I don't know, move to Portugal on a retirement visa? I don't know. And it's not about the salary. It's about doing something. It's about working. I don't like being idle. And I don't like not being useful. And that, to me, is the worst part of it. And I know I'm very fortunate to be in a position to be able to say that. But I find purpose in being useful. And now I'm not again.
If you've been laid off that many times in that short amount of time, you aren't useful, you absolute dunderhead. Guys, what? How are people so idiotic? Why? Guys, why?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Guys, seriously? She's been laid off, 4 times in 2 years? You need to switch job fields. Can you believe it? Guys, put in these comments right now. Have you ever been laid off that many times in 2 years and kept, ever? And if you did, would you work the same job? Matter of fact, hold on, guys, hold on. If you have been laid off that many times in 2 years, you really need to switch careers. Obviously, you have a useless job. Funny how plumbers, electricians, truckers, etc. aren't getting laid off. This isn't rocket science. Laughing face post. Oh, God. Guys, the best things in life truly are free, man. You know what I'm saying? They are. But guys, please drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video. Hit the join button. Guys, make yourself essential, right? No, man. So a lot of businesses are being hit hard right now, you know? Guys, the economy, it's, not doing too hot. We all know what that means, guys. A whole bunch of these chicks with useless jobs, they're getting that phone call or that email from their boss, and all it says is, "You're fired!" That's right, they get fired. Hey guys, here we have this dunderhead right here who's going to explain to us how she got fired, she got laid off, and it was so inhumane. So guys, let's get into this. First, drop a like, share the video, hit the join button for membership. And guys, let's get into this.
I really need to get back inside and start doing more job applications, but I just have to tell you about how I got laid off yesterday. So if you missed yesterday's video, I got laid off, just like everybody else. And I'm sure my experience wasn't different than anyone else's, and I just have to talk about it. So here's how it went down. They sent me a calendar invite at like 8:39 in the morning.
There it is.
It just said, meeting, time sensitive, and in the body of the invite, it said, your attendance is mandatory. Please log in from a private location. There was the person who sent the invite, and there was one other person on the invite. So of course, I go into Workday and start looking up these people. The person who sent the invite is a talent development person, and the other person on the invite was actually in my organization, but not directly like above my manager. I reported directly to a director, and then there are senior directors, and then so on and so forth. But it wasn't my director's senior director. It was another senior director that had nothing to do with like my job. So I had seen her name before, but didn't know her. And of course, they put the invite on my calendar for 3 p.m. at like 8:39 in the morning, which is diabolical. So of course, I panicked all day. And then here's where my mind was sort of blown. We get in the meeting, and the leader from my team says, hello. And I go to say, hi, how are you? And she cuts me off. And she goes, are you in a private location? I said, yes. And she said, okay. And then she literally just started reading a script. And of course, it was like, we thank you for your service here at this company. We've done some internal blah, blah, blah. And your position is impacted, blah, 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 blah. But she sounded like a literal robot. Like she was just like, da, 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 da. And the entire time, she did not look up. Even when she said hello, she was staring at her screen, like reading something, and never looked at me.
Now, guys, let's pump the brakes here. What did she expect was going to happen, right? And guys, this is the thing about these 304s. They actually think that their job gives a damn. So these idiots will make their job their entire personality. And then once time comes to get laid off, all of a sudden they figure out,
you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Clown world. Hey guys, she has paper clips as earrings and a bull ring in her nose. And the goofy glasses. If you see this chick,
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
And then when she was finished with her little script, she says, and now so-and-so will take over. And left the meeting. Just left. Didn't say goodbye, didn't say so sorry. Literally nothing. It was like AI did it. Like they might as well have just typed it into AI and had AI read it to me. If I was laying off people, I would at least say, I'm so sorry. Like, let us know if there's anything we can do. Like, just the platitude, even if you don't mean it.
Look at that.
Just say something human. So then the HR talent development person took over, and she of course also started reading a script, and she just said, due to the fact that blah 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 blah, your last day will be today, you will be paid through the end of next week. And then, you know, she like went through all of the like HR stuff exactly the same. Dot 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 dot. Not a human emotion anywhere present. Not even a facial expression. Nada. And so I was trying to be really stoic. I really was. I'm a very emotional person, but I was trying so hard.
You don't say.
Hard to like hold it together. About halfway through, I had like one tear. And my lighting kind of sucks in my kitchen at my table, so like I don't think she saw it at first. So I had like one tear, and then I had another tear, and I was just like the entire time. And then by the time she got to the end, she was saying, today will be your last day. And then she said something also just like so sketchy. We will inform your leader and we will inform your team members. Do not reach out to them and tell them. Like, excuse me? That's weird, right? That's weird. You can't even say goodbye to your coworkers. Anyway, so I didn't, because I didn't want to get in trouble. And then by that time, I was like on the verge of sobbing. My face was red, like the tears were welling up, and I just was like trying so hard to hold it together. And I knew if I spoke, that would be the end of it. I would start crying. And I also knew if I spoke, I might say something I regretted. And at the end, she said, do you have any other questions or something like that? And I just went, and she goes, okay, thank you. And just hung up. I've never been laid off before. I'm sure that other people have gone through this exact same interaction. But like, the inhumanity of it just blew my mind. Like, I know that they have to do this over and over again when they do these mass layoffs. But I would have rather just gotten an email. Like, honest to God, that was a horrible experience. If you're a company or you're a higher up at a big company, please take this to heart. If you're just going to have somebody read a script and say nothing else and then hang up in the face of the person that you're firing, just send an email. Just send a mass email. That was the worst part. That was the worst part. I was prepared to be laid off, but I was not prepared for that conversation. Look at
that, guys. See? These chicks always want some type of closure. Whether it's work, in relationships, all that. They always want, because it's a control thing. They want everything done their way, or they want the opportunity to have the last word. Absolutely insane. Look at that. These companies just don't care. After 38 years at age 64, I got laid off in a 6-minute meeting on my birthday. Please. Look at that. What a joke. Getting laid off blows. Most people in management and HR seem to be heartless. You guys notice how she said both the HR people were women, right? And yet they'll still probably try and find a way to blame us guys. But guys, it's so funny that HR is a woman's worst nightmare and it's run by women. Funny how that works, right? This is how it happened to me. It's insulting. Please. I'm so sorry. You deserve so much better, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Look at that. Guys, this dunderhead seems to have forgotten the employee-employer relationship. Okay? Guys, as an employee, you are trying to get as much money out of your employer for the least amount of work as possible, and your employer is trying to get as much work out of you for the least amount of money as possible. 2 + 2 is 4. What is going on? They're getting fired from their useless jobs. HR, DEI, fashion, marketing, right? All of these dunderheaded chicks, they get a calendar invite on their Outlook, and they open up the meeting, and all they see is, "You're fired!" What? They get fired. And that brings us to this dunderhead right here, guys, right? Guys, she's a fashion executive, a fashion, lower level executive corporate chick, and she got fired. And what's the first thing that she did, guys? She goes to TikTok and cries, which is good for us because we can point and laugh. That's the best part about these chicks. They leave us stuff to laugh at. So, guys, here, let's just enjoy this. Here we go.
I got fired from my job. I didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't about my performance, but my company's downsizing and has budget cuts. And I was cut. Less than 15 minutes after I had just walked out of taking my CPT exam, which I have been studying for 6 months, and I was really stressed about, and I was so happy that I had just passed. And in the same 5 minutes, walk to my car. Before I'm even opening my car door, I have a message from my manager's manager. He's like, do you have a minute to talk? And I had just put in an application for another internal position, and I was like, maybe I'm getting an interview or being asked about it or whatever. Oh, how wrong I was. Because he answers and he's like, I have bad news. And I'm like, I just watched The Devil Wears Prada 2, so I know where this is going.
Look at that.
He said that he got off a call this morning, and due to budget cuts and the need to downsize, that they were reducing heads, and mine was chopped. So, my role was eliminated. And I asked, well, when is this effective? Like, when's my last day? And he said, they said you could work through till tomorrow if you wanted. And I said, no, I don't. I want to be done right now. And he's like, I think that's fair. And he's like, is there anything I can do for you? And I said, yeah, let me keep my job, because in 2 weeks, my husband starts a grad school program. We move next weekend, and we were going to live off of my income. Only one income. In this economy. We were already downsizing, already, like, living so frugally, and now we have no income.
Good.
None. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I'll send you a severance package. Your severance package is not going to get me very far in this economy. And everyone's like, you can lean on photography. You can do this. I lost my social media 4 months ago. I have not had a single inquiry in over 4 months. Moreover, I am moving to a whole new city where I don't know anyone. It's like every time I think I'm so close to getting out of fight or flight, something ridiculous happens. And it just sends me full force right back into it.
No, guys, I let this go on, but let's just stop it right here, right? You know? Let's just stop it right here. Isn't it funny how these chicks use the word fight or flight? They use the term fight or flight. You don't even know what fight or flight means. Guys, there's women in Afghanistan who have no rights. They can't even talk in public. There's religious police who go around with those little batons. If they say anything or they show any skin, you know, the religious police come and go, get over here! There's women in Africa, parts of South America, Southeast Asia, that are actually in fight or flight. Go to the Sudan and see how they are, you dunce. And guys, maybe I missed it, but she said she has a husband, and is he not bringing in any income? Beta! Look at that.
And I, like, don't have that hustle that I did 5, 6, 7 years ago when I was building my photography brand, or when I was doing all of my freelance work. Like,
cook.
Gas is $5. And I have no income. And my husband's done subbing next week. And then he got a student teaching job for $16 an hour, 10 hours a week. What am I supposed to do?
I told you guys. Her husband's a substitute teacher / student teacher. Beta male. Even he must have majored in underwater lesbian studies, because he can't even get a real teaching job. Look at that.
I've applied to over 200 jobs since January. Do you know how many I've heard back from and gotten an interview from? None. I have a certificate from Vogue, College of Fashion, Vogue, in creative direction. I have a bachelor's degree in marketing. I've ran my own business. I have a nonprofit, and I can't get a single job. I lost my social media, so I don't have any UGC or paid brand deals. I have no photography inquiries. I don't know what to do. So I'm crashing out on TikTok. How on point for me. Thank you for coming to my sob fest.
So she's trying to say all these money-making outlets, the marketing, the Vogue thing, it's all useless foolishness, guys. It's all non-essential skills. That's why you're not making money. Matter of fact, you should get your CDL or your IT certs. Plenty of jobs in those fields. Every qualification that you listed in this video is pretty much useless, especially with AI. Photography? Seriously? Fashion? Is this a joke? You need an essential position immediately. Also, your husband needs to get off his butt and get a real job. He could be a plumber, electrician. If he is young enough, he could join the military. Plenty of good, steady, and stable income there. You need to make a change and stop crying. I wrote a fucking dissertation. Oh, laughing face. Post. People need to start paying me for this shit. Look at that. Oh, America's a failed state. Please. What a joke, guys. America's going down fast. It's crazy. Yeah, right. But all right, you guys, let me know what you think. This is par for the course. Crying because she lost her stupid marketing job and listing a whole bunch of useless qualifications.
Right before the holidays, it's just a big, like punch to the gut.
Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here, back on the one for you. So guys, we all know that these 304s are out here trying to be strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
And guys, they've gone to college, some woke liberal college, racked up all this debt, right? They have to work some useless job because that's the only thing that they can get with their underwater lesbian geology degree. And they work these useless jobs. And they're always the last hired and the first fired, especially around the holidays. Right around Thanksgiving time and Christmas, all of a sudden that email pops up, that calendar invite, that Zoom call, and all they hear is, "You're fired!" What? They get fired. Hey guys, they're surprised. Why are you surprised? If you're DEI, HR, marketing, social media managing, guys, you are not important. You are not important. All those jobs, guys, they don't need you. And they're shocked when they get fired around the holidays. So guys, we're going to go to the dumpster fire notice TikTok and look at some of these absolute dunderheads whining about getting laid off right before the holidays. So guys, let's get into this.
Anyone else has gotten laid off around the holidays? I just got laid off today. Here's what I am taking from this. We will be okay. The silver lining is we will have the next few weeks to recharge. I'm going to put everything I have into doing projects around the house that I've been putting off for months. I know that's not your fault. If you got laid off, all I had to do was some kind of budgeting issue. Shouldn't be a reflection on you. Don't be hard on yourself. I say this because I'm trying to remind myself of the same thing. This is my first time getting laid off. Who knows? Maybe we will find something else in between that time that we're incredibly passionate about, and that ends up being our new job.
Look at that, guys. Cooked. And this chick here, she's in social media marketing. So it's her first time getting laid off, but it won't be her last. Come on.
You stupid woman.
Clown world. And look at these comments. I got laid off this week while on vacation. 2 weeks ago, I got ranked in the top tier. Laid off yesterday, shaking. Please. Look at that. You guys know who's not getting laid off? Plumbers, truck drivers, construction workers, right? Electricians. They're not getting laid off. This chick says, I'm so sorry. Last year, after I decorated my house for Christmas and got my team all their presents, I got a phone call this Sunday for Christmas telling me that my position was no longer a fit for the company. I don't know what kind of monsters think that's okay to do to people's families. Come on. All these dunderheads are getting laid off, guys, and they're all chicks. Guys are all chicks. Guys, make sure, as always, to point and laugh. Clown world.
So I got laid off yesterday. It's been 24 hours now, and I'm still trying to process the whole thing. I didn't see this coming. We've had layoffs kind of in a couple waves over the past year. You know, my team and I even have joked over the past few months that, like, we're safe, right? Well, apparently not, and apparently I was on the cutting block this time. I'm hoping to make this page a bit of just an everyday diary of my life, what I'm going through unemployed, as well as something I've wanted to do for years that now I guess I have the time to do, is talk about and dive in a little bit more to home design and interior design, which is something I love. I'm really excited to take you along on that journey of renovating our 1980s DIY handyman special. Welcome, and I hope you'll follow along.
There you go, guys. Of course, guys, check out this chick's haircut.
Let's be honest.
And guys, want to get laid off and crying about it, right? And guys, these morons actually think that their social media is going to be their backup plan. How many times have we seen this? They think that they're going to pay the bills with TikTok.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck you saying, but all I know, you ain't getting a motherfucking dime.
What an absolute joke. Look at that. This chick says, they love to do this. It's happened to me multiple times. Well, then get a different job, you dunderhead. Look at that. Absolutely insane. What a joke. I've never been in any job where I kept getting laid off multiple times. Guys, I don't think I've ever been laid off, actually. But that's the life that these dunderheaded chicks fought for. This is what they voted for, guys. As we out here doing this foolishness. Clown world.
So yesterday I was laid off. And if you can't tell by the swollen eyes, I haven't exactly taken it that well. I laid off a week before Thanksgiving when I was about to have 2 holiday paid days off and spending it with my family. I find out I no longer am going to have a job. I was just minding my business, doing my job yesterday. No warning, no nothing. I get told that the HR department needs to meet with me immediately and asked if I was free in 10 minutes. My heart immediately sank. It's like I knew. How do you not know? When HR wants to meet with you very suddenly, and when the meeting is called HR check-in, that's usually not good.
There you go.
The HR manager comes on the screen, and I wish I recorded this, and literally says, I come with bad tidings. And I'm just staring blankly like this, like, and of course she said, due to budget constraints and restructuring of the organization, we have to lay you off. It has nothing to do with performance. We've appreciated everything you've contributed. There will be no benefits after your last day, which is going to be this Friday. There will be no severance pay. You cannot cash out your PTO, but you can look into cashing out your retirement if you'd like. Do you have any questions? After almost 2 years of working for a startup company and changing my roles, doing everything that was needed of me, and going with the flow, rolling with the punches, working hard, showing up, doing what I was supposed to do, being a team player, it didn't matter because you are replaceable. Just remember that.
No, dum-dum, you are replaceable. Yeah. Guys, how can they be so dumb?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
You and your worthless job and your worthless degree, you are replaceable. I guarantee that building that you used to work in, the guys that do the maintenance on the place, they're still working there. The contractors who built said building, they're building another building somewhere else. They're not replaceable. You are, you dunderhead.
Don't ever give your loyalty to a company. Don't give them 100%. Don't neglect to take your PTO because you feel like you don't want to get behind or there's too much work to do. They need you there. No, take your PTO. Take your sick days. Take your vacation days. If a family member dies, take your bereavement. Take all of the days, because at the end of the day, this company that you work for and you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, they can get rid of you in a snap, no remorse, a week before the holidays, and give you nothing to show for it. And I know this is the part where I'm supposed to say, well, you know what? Rejection is God's redirection. And I do believe there is a plan for me, but I've already been down in the dumps with my mental health, as you guys have seen me on here talking about, for months, for different reasons. And it's just like, right before the holidays, it's just a big, like punch to the gut. I do think that I'm getting really thrown in to the depths, the darks of things right now to push me to be uncomfortable and to get myself to where I need to be. But this just feels like such a setback that I just wasn't mentally ready for. I'm looking online and on TikTok and everybody's talking about how they've been laid off for months or some years. And I'm just like, what am I going to do? How do people survive when they just don't make money? How do you pay your mortgage? How do you feed yourself? Do you just stay home all day and apply for jobs? Are you
Welcome to being a man, right, guys? Women back in the 50s and 60s didn't have these concerns because their husbands, they were the ones worrying about this. What a joke.
Allowed to leave the house and go do fun things anymore? Or is it you just have to stay home every day and apply for jobs until you get a job? Because it feels like I'm in purgatory, that I need to be home every day, full time, looking for jobs and looking for side hustles and just looking for ways to make money. My whole job now in life is just to make money to survive. It's not to enjoy anymore. That's how it feels to be laid off. And I just want to make this video to let you know, if you already are going through mental health problems and you got laid off and you don't know what to do and you're scared, I'm in the trenches with you. And if you want someone to talk to, please talk to me, because I feel very isolated and alone in this feeling. And it's scary. It's scary. Pretty much used last night just to cry it out. Obviously,
I can't, guys. Guys, she goes on for another 2 minutes, whatever. And guys, I know, you guys' arms are tired from playing the world's smallest violin. Look at this. This first person just got let go 4 hours ago after 29 years. Look at that, guys. All these chicks say they're all getting laid off too. Guys, do not pay their bills, guys. This is no joke. It's going to be tough out here for these absolute dunderheaded broads. So guys, these Steel Force are out there trying to be strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, and numbers too big to ignore.
We all know it's cap. We all know it's cope. Right, guys? To get these useless degrees, work these useless jobs in communications, marketing, recruiting, right? They're admin, and then the economy goes bad. The company has to tighten its purse strings, and then they all get the email or that Zoom meeting, and it says, "You're fired." What? That's right, they get fired. Guys, another entry in the long line of this series. These dunderheads getting laid off, right? And they act so surprised. Why? Isn't it funny, guys, how all you guys I know who are subbed to my channel are essential plumbers, software developers, military guys, electricians, landscapers, you guys seem to not be having problems, truckers, right? But these thunderheads are always crying on TikToks. Us guys, here we are back on TikTok again. Let's get into this. But first, guys, I know. Let me translate. Hey guys, look, is this hashtag single mom? Of course, right? It says, all I can do is pray about it for my unexpected call with HR. Please, right? Here we go.
I am definitely getting laid off. I feel it. Positive.
What a joke.
Doing well.
Thank you for meeting with me today.
Yeah, of course.
So, unfortunately, I do need to share some difficult news.
Okay.
Cooked.
As part of a company-wide right-sizing effort, your position has been eliminated.
Wow. Okay.
Look at that. And now we try not to cry. Just 2 kids, guys. 2.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Cooked. Why would you film that? And why would you put it on the internet? Look at that, guys. Look, all these other dunderheads got laid off. Girl, I was in the same boat. Got notified that we were getting laid off on the 31st. Look at that. It's crazy how they said right-sizing instead of downsizing. Please. Look at that. This chick says, after 23 years, I was laid off at 57 years old. Please. What a joke. Guys, don't feel bad for them. This is what they wanted. This is what they voted for. This is what they asked for. Point and laugh. Clown world. Here we go with another one. Guys, gotta break out the translator again. We now can Here we go.
Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, of course.
Kayla, this is not an easy day. It's not easy to say these words to you, but as it was announced during the town hall, our goal is to become a world-class function as we establish and accelerate and orchestrate existing and new business processes, policies, and operational services. Therefore, the team will implement changes that will result in a change of competencies and responsibilities across various leadership and support roles. And based on the shift and ongoing efforts to simplify the way we work, unfortunately, your position has been eliminated. This is not a reflection of your performance, and I do encourage you to apply for any new roles that do interest you.
We're asking you to work until May 24th. That's going to be your release day, just to ensure business continuity.
Do you have any questions?
No, just a lot to process, but not right now.
Guys, never trust a woman who's crying in public or on social media. It's all cap, guys. It's all cap. Plus, guys, as men, you have to learn to steel yourself against the effects of women's tears. Guys, it doesn't bother me at all. You guys remember on The Grinch how his heart was like all like small and gnarled, right? That's how my heart is. Right? Look at this. Ugh, I felt that cry at the end, please. I got laid off a year ago and had the same reaction as you, please. Look at that, guys. Absolutely insane. These feelings or reactions are so relatable. Thank you for keeping it real and raw. Please. What a joke. Guys, some of these chicks have been laid off 2 or 3 times in like 3 or 4 years. Get a new career. This chick's a recruiter, so she's basically high-paid HR, you know? Anytime that the economy goes tits up, these dunderheads get fired first. Clown world.
Yesterday, I was laid off again. I made this exact video 3 months ago, and I got this new job within a month. I started the week of New Year's, and you can look at this playlist and see I had gut feelings and hesitations the whole time. It was a startup company, and I was afraid to work for a startup company again because this is what happens. They made some bad decisions that had nothing to do with me or my role, and therefore they immediately had to start pinching where they could, and they pinched the marketing budget, which meant me, the newest employee, had to go.
In marketing, see?
I'm exhausted and I'm drained, and I knew this job wasn't forever. I had already started putting my fillers out for other things,
And it's not even about losing the job. It's like more so the finances about it, because I was getting unemployment before. I didn't use all of my unemployment benefits before I got this job. I had to stop receiving benefits when I got the job. I don't know if I can pick those back up. I don't know how that works because I've never had to use unemployment except that one time. Or I don't know if I can file unemployment against this job. Probably not. I don't know. So that's something I have to figure out now. It's just stressful and scary. Like, I thought financially I was finally starting to recover from all the money I had to take from my savings to last that month. I was starting to get back to where I was. And now I'm not. And I'm to the point where I don't know what I want to do anymore. I've been doing influencer marketing the last 3 years. And I don't know if that's meant for me. Before that, I did 15 years of business management and customer service, and I don't know that I want to do that either. I don't know what I want to do. I just am lost and tired and confused. And like, the difference now versus 3 months ago is 3 months ago I was actively in alcoholism, and so I just resorted to numbing these feelings by drinking, and I am sober now, 36 days, and I'm a little bit scared for my sobriety because all I want to do is make this scaredness and this sadness and this pain go away, and I don't want to lose all my hard work because I've progressed so much in my sobriety and my relationship with the Lord, and I've just been doing so much to make my life better. And this feels scary and like a setback. I'll keep documenting my journey again. I just can't believe I'm here again. Please pray for me. I love you guys so much.
Influencer marketing, you dunderhead.
You stupid woman.
Are you serious? Business management for 15 years and then influencer marketing. Like, that's a real job. And she's an alcoholic?
You stupid woman.
This is the ultimate modern woman right here, guys. This is the fate of all modern women right here. What a dunderhead. Look at that. And guys, I don't feel bad for her. I don't. This is what they asked for, guys. As they walk past all you blue-collar guys, climbing trees and telephone poles and, unclogging sewer clogs and stuff, saying, oh, we wouldn't even look at you guys twice. And they're getting laid off every day. What a joke. As all these strong and independent chicks.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Guys, they're out here in the workforce with these useless degrees, working these useless jobs, right? Thinking that everything's hunky-dory, and then they get an email or a meeting on their calendar, and all of a sudden it's,
You're fired!
What? That's right, guys, they get fired. They get laid off, guys. I'm telling you. They have these stupid jobs in marketing, recruiting, HR, DEI, and they get cooked. Guys, how can they be so stupid to actually think that once the economy goes bad, that they won't get laid off, right? Guys, make sure to point and laugh. So guys, we're going to go back to the dumpster fire known as TikTok and look at more of these dunderheads cry about getting laid off. So guys, let's get in this. Guys, look at this bull ring in this dunderhead's nose, right? Look at this. Guys, come on.
You stupid woman.
Nothing good's going to come out of this dunderhead's mouth. Here we go.
Come with me to get laid off. People in my company are getting laid off today, and I just got the message to join a quick meeting, so...
Cooked.
Come with me to get laid off, I guess.
And of course, they have to record it, guys. They have to.
Hi, Candace.
Hello.
Thanks for hopping on a call with me real quick. I don't think you two have had the chance to meet yet, but this is, he's our aligned HR business partner. And unfortunately, we're going to have a little bit of a difficult conversation today. He's going to be going through some significant changes right now, including restructuring in several areas. And unfortunately, as part of those changes, your position is being eliminated.
Look at
so today
that.
will be your last working day, and you will be paid through the end of today. This is a business decision based on restructuring and future direction for both our organization and our products. I know this is probably a lot to process, so please know that the work that you've done over the last couple of months has not been unnoticed. Lots of great contributions to our SMEEP program and your help with the support team. At this point, if you don't have any questions, Mark.
And then wait for you to respond with some questions that you may have.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you both.
Bye.
Bye.
Look at that, guys. Laid off, unemployment line, crying on TikTok, right? This is what the modern woman has to look forward to, guys. I don't feel bad for him. Look at that. She says she just got hired 3 months ago. That means she had to have some stupid marketing job, right? Look at that. Look at all these other dunderheads who got laid off too. Someone says no severance. She just got hired. This chick says, same thing happened to me at the end of August. I've been there 13 years and now I'm looking for work at 62. There you go, guys. Unemployed at 62 years old and having to start all over. Look at that. Look at that, guys. What a joke. Guys, this is why you have to make yourself essential. You guys know who aren't getting these calls? Plumbers, electricians, truck drivers, roofers. They're not getting these types of meetings, right? Clown world.
I just got laid off while on maternity leave for the second time in a row. My son will be 3 weeks old tomorrow.
Look at that.
And instead of getting to enjoy the next 9 weeks with him and my toddler like I thought I would, I now have to search for a new job. My maternity leave is canceled out. I won't be getting paid for the rest of it, and the severance package is so bad I don't even want to share. And yeah, with my firstborn, I saw it coming. This time I had no idea. I was totally blindsided. And I need to find a new job. So, yeah, corporate America. That's it. That's all I can say.
Look at that, guys. How useless of a job do you have to be as you get laid off that many times in however many years, right? Come on.
You stupid woman!
If she was an accountant, right? She was like a software developer, a cloud engineer, right? You know what I mean? Actually had an important job. Then she probably wouldn't have got laid off. I'm telling you guys, it's probably advertising, marketing, DEI, cooked. I know guys that have never been laid off. Guys, I've never been laid off. Come on, man. Look at that. Someone says, get a lawyer. They can't terminate your FMLA. Yes, they can. This person says, yeah, they can if they're doing corporate layoffs. Yep, that's true. Look at that. Someone says, this is so illegal in Canada. Well, this is America, Jack. Look at that. Someone says, HR here, this is legal, but not moral. Guys, if you're still here, please like, subscribe, drop a comment. I have a second channel called 50304. Make sure to check that out. Guys, hit the join button for a membership, you know? But guys, yeah, she's cooked. She's cooked, guys. And now she's home with her bastard kids, whining about being unemployed. Clown world.
Difficult news to share, and that's why I've asked HR to join me. As you have seen, our business environment...
They always have to film this, right, guys? Always. They always have to film this.
And organizational structure have shifted in many ways since we began our company transformation. And as we move forward with fewer brands and consolidated functions, we need to make some additional changes. And as part of this restructuring, your positions have been eliminated.
Cooked.
The decision is not a reflection on anyone's performance, but it's based on what the broader business needs. I know it's super hard news. I'm going to turn it over.
My apologies for the nature of the call today, and I apologize for the difficult decision that has been made that is impacting you. And I truly wish you nothing but the best as you move forward.
Called it.
Cooked, guys. Cooked. Look at that, guys. Absolutely insane. Just hashtag working mom. Look at that, guys. We all know what that means, right, guys?
You didn't have second thoughts.
Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
Look at that, guys. Make yourself essential. Make yourself essential, guys. So it doesn't matter how the economy's doing, you'll always find a job. Or you'll always have a job. What a joke. All these chicks are doing these remote jobs, these marketing jobs, these BS jobs that AI can do, and they're getting cooked. Headed 304 trying to be strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Clown world, and guys, they have these useless degrees, and they get these goofy marketing jobs, and HR jobs, DEI jobs, or admin jobs. And they're basically useless, right? Hey guys, there's layoffs happening all over the United States right now. Target, Amazon, right? You know, there's chicks all over the United States that are basically getting a friggin' meeting on their Teams or on their Outlook, and the moment they click on it, it's you're fired. What? They're fired. And these chicks get laid off, and they're surprised. They're surprised, guys. You know who aren't getting laid off, guys? Plumbers, right? Electricians, landscapers, truckers, right? They're not getting laid off, right, guys? These chicks, they're crying as if they didn't see this coming. These absolute dunderheads.
You stupid woman!
Why? So, guys, we're going to go to the dumpster fire on this TikTok and look at more of these dunderheads winding up being laid off. But before we do that, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50304s. Please go and check that out. Join my Discord and check out the playlist at the end. You guys, hit the join button for a membership. Let's get into this.
I moved 3,000 miles away to be laid off. And right before the holidays.
Look at
Love that. My initial reaction was to come on here and honestly expose all the crap that I've been put through, especially the last couple of days. And I thought, yeah, this will get views. This will get viral. This will cancel them. But I genuinely believe that that's not who I am. And that's not how I want to start off my full-time career as a content creator.
Look at that.
By bringing other people down. So from now until my lease is up, I am going to try to create content full-time. I'm going to pitch myself to brands. I'm going to post consistently. Most importantly, trying to make my content not selfish. So if there's anything you guys want me to post or want to know or want to talk about careers or just, I don't know, anything, Sephora Squad, whatever it is, let me know, because girl, I have nothing but time now. I'm gonna try to enjoy New York as much as I can, because who knows, maybe next year California will be calling.
Guys, we knew it was New York, right, guys? All these dunderheaded brats. I want to move to New York. I want to move to the big city. Yay! Please, come on, guys.
You stupid woman.
Why? It's expensive. It smells, right? There's crime. There's migrants everywhere. There's drugs. Come on, dude. Guys, isn't it funny how most guys, when they have jobs and make money, they want to move away from cities, right? And guys, look at her setting up this stuff and doing TikTok and trying to do content creation full time. If you guys actually think that she's going to make money doing this.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Look at that. There's something better coming for you, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Look at that. And of course, sometimes God has to close doors for us because he has better things in store. Please, guys, God has nothing to do with this, right? These knuckleheads think that God is intergalactic Santa Claus. Come on, guys. God got you, Mamacita, please. Look at that. This is a blessing. Don't just lean in, dive in. Come on. What is going on? Guys, rate the Delulu level, right?
It's over 9,000!
Clown world.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, David, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Definitely a busy time. So look, I want to hop right into it. As you may have heard, we've been restructuring parts of the firm to adopt AI and alleviate some pretty high operational expenses. Unfortunately, that's led us to make some difficult decisions, including the immediate termination of your role. This is not based on your performance as an employee. This is a firm-wide decision impacting hundreds of workers. I know this is probably hard to hear, so I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Yeah, this is definitely a shock considering how much effort I put in at this company. Will I be at least receiving any severance?
Yeah, of course. You'll be receiving 2 weeks severance. know it's not a lot, but off the record, more as a friend, let me know if there's anything that I can do to help. Anyone that you see I'm connected with on LinkedIn, happy to make an intro. We were literally talking last week about those AI apps like Sprout or whatever, where people are swiping to apply to jobs. Definitely check that out. But look, you're obviously a top performer, and I'm sure you'll find the new role soon, okay? I do have to jump for my next call. My colleague Mark will stay on and go over offboarding. All right, take care. Bye.
Guys, why did she feel the need to record this and post it? Why? She expects you and me to feel bad? Shit. Come on. Look at that, guys. Look at that. And Lord knows she's doing some marketing job. All the work and effort that I put in, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
AI can do your job, you dunderhead. What are you talking about? Come on, guys. These chicks are cooked. And guys, all these layoffs, you know for a fact that if it was men getting laid off en masse, they would actually say men getting laid off. But if it's women, they always use gender neutral language like workers, right? Look at that. This is just the beginning, someone says. Come on.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Look at that. This is just character development for you, sis. Rejection is redirection. She didn't get rejected, so she got fired, you dunderhead. Why are they so stupid, guys? Why? Why? Stupid. Look at that. Look at that, guys. This is happening all over, dude. I don't feel bad for them, guys. Make sure to point and laugh. Clown world. Guys, surprisingly, this is the first time that I've had to translate this entire video.
Company shutting down? Okay, it's almost 8:30. We usually have an HR meeting canceled. We got told from one of our East Coast managers to cancel all interviews for today. Now, in place of that meeting, mandatory meeting company update with a bunch of people on it.
Cooked.
I'm about to be jobless for the holidays. Okay, I'm about to log on, so we'll see. Wish me luck.
All right, I have really bad news, everybody. Effectively, immediately, ceasing all operations. We have sent the call centers home on the east. We're filing for bankruptcy.
Look at that, guys.
For the people that we did have onboarding, are we calling them and telling them this, or is HR doing that?
That is a good question.
We're really frustrated, then just name it. And if you feel like you're in a shock, or just recognize where you are, because it mirrors the process of going through grief.
Now, guys, she's probably like a recruiter, because she's saying is HR doing it. So she's a recruiter who finds people, and then HR onboards. So, guys, she's a useless job. Absolutely useless.
So just take care of yourself like you have lost something, because you have. We all have. Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Cooked.
So pissed.
Do you guys hear that? Do you guys hear the sound of the world's smallest violin?
No.
Like, I'm actually so heated, and I'm just like.
We knew.
We talked about it.
No.
Did you just take your nails in again? They're so cute.
No, I'm getting them done on Thursday, but maybe I should cancel because I'm not going to have any more money.
No, literally.
No, like actually, though.
No,
No, actually.
It hasn't opened yet, but
Yeah.
leading to a door that's about to open for all of us. And
No,
I know
I feel
it's
you.
super.
We were really hating it. I feel like we were starting, honestly, to get, like, really...
No, I was like crying.
Like bitter, and even yesterday for me, I was, like, at a breaking point with... And it's, like, the smallest things, but...
Really, like, yesterday was rough for me. Yesterday was super rough for me, and I was even saying, like, should I just quit without a job? And it's like, well, don't have to do
The universe
that.
did it for you, baby.
Please. What a joke. Look at that, guys. And guys, look at this. Why do companies hire people knowing that they're going to go through financial hardships? Guys, you don't know that. With the whole shutdown and all this other stuff, maybe they were counting on a contract coming through. Who knows? And guys, someone put the capital up to start this company, right? I feel bad for them, you know? Because what a joke. What a joke. Is America great yet? Please. Guys, make yourself essential, guys. Tradesmen have no issues right now. You know? Absolutely insane. Don't feel bad for these absolute dunderheads, guys, because I don't.
2025 is a rough time to be a 304, man. Has all these strong and independent chicks.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
They're finding out, guys. They're finding out.
Winter is coming.
Guys, winter is here because they're getting laid off all over the United States. There's chicks getting emails and getting Zoom calls, and all they hear is, "You're fired!" What? They're getting fired. Guys, it's happening all over because, guys, DEI is gone. These HR jobs are getting cut. AI is coming. You know what I'm saying? And these chicks are cooked. They claim to be strong and independent, but all their jobs are not essential at all. The moment that these companies have to tighten the purse strings, all of a sudden they get kicked out. So, guys, we're going to go to the dumpster fire known as TikTok. And, guys, we're going to do a long video today, right? And, guys, I don't think I'm going to talk much. I'm going to let the videos speak for themselves, all right? Let's look at a whole bunch of chicks crying about getting laid off. And it's even worse when they sit there and film themselves getting fired, right? Really? Seriously? You know? Guys, you think that we're going to feel bad for you because you got fired from your stupid, useless job that doesn't even pay your student loans, that's not even using your useless degree? Shit. So, guys, we'll get into this. But before we do, like, subscribe, drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50304, so that is linked in the description, so please go and check that out. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. Guys, I'm offering memberships now, so guys, please go and hit that join button or the link in the description because memberships really help the channel out. Thanks to all you guys that are already members. I really appreciate that. You guys are the best. And, guys, I know, guys, I know. You won't be able to understand what this dunderhead's saying, so, of course, I have to translate. Let's go.
So, I just got laid off from my job. Now what? Not exactly the post I had scheduled for today, but I am only like 975 followers away from being in the Creator Rewards program and making a couple pennies on my content, which might help out a little bit now. So let's feed Patrick and distract ourselves and make some bread. I worked for a managed care organization, so we manage healthcare in the community using Medicaid and Medicare dollars, and I would imagine that some of this is happening because of the Medicaid dollars being reduced by like so much, like billions of dollars. I've never been fired or laid off from a job ever, so this is very much new territory for me. I'm a nurse, and at this job, I managed nurses and social workers, and I know I'll be able to find another job. Like, I'm not worried about that, but I worked from home. I had tons of flexibility. It was not on my 2025 bingo card. As a nurse, I know it won't be difficult to find another job, but you know, finding one that suits your lifestyle and your work and home boundaries in the medical field and the nursing field is not the easiest thing these days. And I've worked from home for almost 5 years, so it will definitely be a big change no matter what it ends up to be. If you're interested in sourdough content, maybe even some interviews, laid off, new job content. Maybe that's in my future. But sourdough in particular, if you're interested in sourdough content, please follow along. I'm almost eligible for the Creator Rewards program, which means I can monetize on my content. So that would be really helpful. It'd be really cool if anybody else who has been laid off could leave me some advice, because I've never been here before, so just gonna start looking for a new job like I'm fresh out of school, I guess. Anybody who hits that follow button today is more appreciated than I could ever put into words, and I hope you guys have a better Tuesday than I am.
I got laid off yesterday and I'm literally shaking talking about this. I really debated whether or not I was going to even post about this, and I decided ultimately that this was probably a journey that I should share with you guys, especially because of the macroeconomic environment right now. There are a lot of layoffs happening, so if you have gone through a layoff recently, I'm right there with you. Majority of yesterday to obviously process what had happened, especially because it came out of nowhere. Absolutely no warning was provided. A meeting was just put on my calendar the day of for 3:30, and my manager and HR hopped on the call and they literally said, "We're gonna have to let you go. We're tightening some things up." Surprisingly, I did not cry. It was obviously very disappointing, but honestly, I had felt like I was not in the right place for the majority of the past year that I had been in this job, but I had been pretty much trying to force it, and I think the universe was definitely just saying, "Grace, it is time for you to move on." I also definitely had an identity crisis. If you guys know me, you know that I take a lot of pride and joy in my ability to be a really hard worker and a good worker as well. In the company that I was at previous to this company, I was a top performer. I literally closed 100% of my deals. Like, a big part of my identity, it does lie in being really good at my job. And I'm realizing that that's probably something that I should work to take out of my identity, because at the end of the day, we are so much more than our jobs. There is a saying that basically says, if a flower is not blooming, you don't change the flower, you move the environment that it's in. And I think the reason that I'm able to take this so calmly is because I know that something really amazing is about to come my way. I think that if something similar has happened to you, it's really important right now for you not to take this personally. It is not your fault if a company is not able to effectively manage their finances or has overhired or any other issues that ultimately trickle down to you being let go from the company. And I think that this is an important lesson that all of us are learning this year, and I'm definitely seeing a trend in all types of employees taking a lot of ownership in maintaining work-life balance and making sure that their job doesn't take up a majority of their life, which I personally love. If you guys have been following me in the past 2 months, you know that I have been taking a lot of intentional action to make sure that I'm building a consistent and disciplined lifestyle that aligns with the type of woman that I want to be. And this was just another aligned action that I unfortunately was not expecting at all to come my way. But I guess now I can look at it as a pleasant surprise. When something like this happens in your life and it makes you feel like you have officially hit rock bottom, you have a pivotal choice to make in this type of moment. You have the ability and the freedom in this moment to make a choice that comes next that will put you either in the right direction that you're supposed to go or keep you stagnant. I know I'm personally taking the next few days to really reflect on what I want for the rest of my life and make sure that whatever opportunity I take next really aligns with what I know I'm supposed to do.
I'm really excited to see what comes next. I actually already have a couple of opportunities lined up, which I'm super grateful for, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm making the right decision for whatever comes next, because this past decision that I made obviously was not the best one that I should have taken on, but we live and we learn, and I'm super excited because I feel like the world is my oyster at this point. Like, I have the freedom to be able to make a really, really important decision, and that's not something that I'm taking lightly in any way. I will be sharing about this process because I think that it helps to be able to share and be able to connect with people who are also going through it. So if you're also going through something like this, feel free to send me a message. Let's talk about it. I've been talking with so many people over the past day, and it has helped a lot. So if anything, make sure that you reach out to your support system and do not try to take on this alone. It is very important for you to be supported, especially during a time like this.
So I got laid off. Got an email a few days ago, and basically the company I'm working for is doing budget cuts. Nothing personal. It is what it is. I'm moving on, and the past few days I've just been kind of trying to figure out like what my next move is and what I want to do, what industry I want to go into. And then I was like really thinking about it, and I'm like, maybe this is just God's way of giving me an opportunity to do this full time. And so as of now, I have decided I am a full-time content creator, which is crazy to say because I never would have thought that. It was never my plan, but it kind of just feels right. And it feels like it's the only job I've ever had where I've actually felt like I'm adding value and I'm having like some sort of impact, and it's adding a lot of value to my life, and I just like truly enjoy it. So why not go full force and do this full time? So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see or what you don't want to see. I really want to give you guys engaging, interesting, different content, something that's like unique but like still true to myself. Let me know in the comments or message me, and thank you guys so much for your support, because if it wasn't for this, I really don't know what I would do. I'd probably go work a job and I'd be okay, like I'd be fine, but I feel really lucky that I have this as an option because I truly love it and I enjoy it. Thank you guys so much. I have some trips coming up. I'm going to New York on Thursday for an engagement party, so I'm hoping to make some really good content out of that and just share more about my life. Let me know what you guys want to see, and again, thank you so much for your support. It means everything, and I really don't know what I would do without this right now, so thank you.
Of course.
So yesterday I got laid off from my job after almost 2 years of being a film director there, and it just sucks. Honestly, it was out of the blue, but also in a weird way I felt it coming just because of the way the company was going. I got a Slack message, asking me to meet in 5 minutes. And as soon as I got that message, I knew what that meant. And honestly, it's been about 24 hours that I've had to process this, and I'm not like angry. Like, there's some anger, of course, but I'm more just like mad at myself because I really thought, and I know better, but I thought, you know what? Maybe this company, this organization will care about me as a person and not just see me as somebody who helps get the money. And that was stupid of me because we all know that that's not how companies work. And I'm upset that I allowed myself to even believe that for a second. I think the thing that sucks as well, like in these kind of situations, is, you build rapport with coworkers. They become your friends. I spend more time with my coworkers than I do anybody else in my life. And so it's like losing just like a family, and that sucks. And yeah, like everybody's local and everybody's just like a phone call away, but there's something about being in the trenches with people that really just creates community and trust. And I'm really gonna miss that, like, a lot. I loved my coworkers. And honestly, the first thing I thought after I was let go was, oh shit, like, I don't have benefits. Like, I'm not gonna have health insurance. I'm not gonna have like my 401k, like just like all these things that like ran through my mind. And obviously, like, I know there's like COBRA and there's all this legalese of stuff, but it's just not the same. And that's just like a sucky position to be put in because your pride's already hurt, your confidence is shot, and now you get like 2 weeks or whatever to figure out how you're gonna maintain everything else in your life. I'm just so thankful for my friends and my family who have just really like been with me these past few hours and just like uplifted me and, you know, just cried with me. I just thank God that I have such a like strong circle of people in my life. And I'm gonna pause because nobody wants to see me cry. Okay, we're back. That being said, I'm really gonna start leaning into this TikTok thing. You guys have been really awesome just to hang out with and like talk to. And so I have more time now. So I have more time to make videos and make content, but also like TikTok has been an amazing platform for me as just like passive income. And so yeah, like, share, repost, help me keep my house. I have no doubt that God's in control and that God has a plan for me. I just kind of want to be clued in a little bit. It's going to be rough for the first few weeks for sure, but I'm trying to look at this as like a positive thing because now I have the freedom to start over and do something new. I don't know if that means going back to teaching. I don't know if that means staying in the film industry. I don't know if that means I'm gonna work at a warehouse and make minimum wage. I have no idea, but this is a new start. It's a sucky ending, but it's a new start. If you have any tips on how you may have bounced back from a situation similar to this, I'm all ears. Thanks everyone again just for being so loving and supportive. And yeah, stay tuned for what happens next.
I just got laid off, but at least I look pretty doing it. I'm so stupid.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Crazy thing is I'm not sad at all. And a part of me feels like, should I be sad or worried? I'm just not. I actually feel really relieved. I feel like this is the right next step for me. Even though it's by force, like you're getting your ass kicked out the door, I'm not sad about it. I'm expectant and I'm excited for what's next in my life. And a part of me wonders, should I start exploring one of these opportunities in my inbox? Just kidding. Ew. I'm just joking. No, I was wanting a change for a while. Some things happen by choice, some things happen by force, but I just see it all as a blessing for me. All of it. Anything that does not work out for me, I see it as a blessing. Because there's so many opportunities in my life that just didn't work out. And then I look back on it and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy that that did not work out, even though I really wanted it. Or certain things that do work out, but they come unexpectedly. And you end up thinking like, wow, this was like the best thing that could have happened for me in this time in my life. And I just wasn't expecting it. So that's why I'm not sad. I know there will be some changes in my life, especially to like my day-to-day, no longer logging in on my computer. I'm gonna take this next month as an opportunity to celebrate me. My birthday's in a couple weeks. I have a girls trip to Puerto Rico coming up. There are some projects that I wanted to dedicate my time on. And I'm gonna be sharing it all here on social media, just like I always do. So right now, I'm gonna go to a restaurant. I'm gonna buy myself a cocktail and a nice meal, and I'm gonna sit next to the water, and I'm gonna celebrate these past 3 years that I put in, because even my boss, who didn't know that I was getting laid off today until after it already happened, mentioned to me that she was really shocked because I was one of the top contributors on her team. Like when she looks at the pipeline contribution, she was really shocked it was me. So instead of being sappy about what I feel like I'm losing, I'm gonna celebrate everything that I've done. Because I've contributed really great work over the past 3 years, and that should be celebrated. I never thought that I would get into the tech industry, put in so much work to get into this industry, and I am going to celebrate that.
Come with me to get laid off. I joined a meeting with my manager this morning and HR was there, so I knew immediately what was happening. My company has not been doing well lately, but I just naively thought that'll never affect me. I thought wrong. My initial reaction was to cry, not out of sadness, but just out of pure shock. And my parents happened to be in town, which I am so grateful for today. Although the reason they're in town is that I just bought a new home. Talk about timing. I still have to furnish this home, even though I'm not going to be making any money, so I went furniture shopping. I took a quick mental breakdown in Ashley Furniture, just contemplating what my life looks like now. But then I realized I just need to eat, and that'll make me feel better. So we went out to lunch, and then I realized I could just take a nap right now in the middle of the day. So that's what I did. I had a hair appointment that I had already booked, and there was a lady there who was just totally rubbing in my face that she was employed. How rude. And then I went and got a milkshake to emotionally eat before sitting down to file for unemployment. As it turns out, since I worked 1 day this week, I have to wait until next week to get any benefits. So see you back here then.
Today, I was laid off
after being with the same company for almost 20 years. It was really my first job out of high school. It's all I've ever known, and I worked my way up into the company. I've been very loyal, and today I was laid off, and I'm absolutely devastated. And I've got this little shop on here, Addison May Designs, and I'm just hoping with this video, if you see it, if you could please give my little shop a follow, give us a share, a like, anything, maybe just a little engagement, just to say hi, just to help my little shop get more exposure. I've been in the same company for a long time, and my husband's a stay-at-home dad, so this is really gonna hurt us. And I've had this business as a hobby. It's been my outlet for a really long time, and now it's gonna be my main source of income. I work in tech, and I don't have a college degree, so it's gonna be really hard to get a decent paying job again. So if you could like my little business, share it, please comment, just anything to get us a little more engagement. I would be truly grateful. Thank you.
I was unexpectedly laid off from my job this week. I don't even know how to start this video. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Jamie. I'm a social media strategist, and my entire account is about helping creators and brands grow. And I have spent about a decade in this field working in social media, marketing, digital marketing, all the things. And on top of it being my full-time job, I also come onto TikTok and create content helping other content creators and brands grow their accounts, make sales, find their people, all the things. And I share a lot of that here on TikTok. With my last job, I would travel a lot for work, and I would vlog that and all the things. So I felt like I needed to make a video, like giving a life update on that. Earlier this week, I got the very dreaded short notice meeting put on my calendar, and I pretty much immediately knew what it was about. My husband and my best friend were like, no, it's not that. You're not getting let go. It's okay, whatever. And I just knew. I see so many videos on TikTok of other people saying like, oh, I got the 15-minute meeting and then I was laid off. And so I just knew in my gut that that's what it was. So I was a little bit mentally prepared, but I don't really think anything can mentally prepare you for that conversation. Basically, my team was restructuring and they no longer needed my role, and they just eliminated my role, effective immediately. Processing that has been a journey because I've never experienced this before, and I feel like right now I'm in a chapter of my life that was completely unexpected. I'm a very type A person. I'm a planner. I like to know what's going on. I like to have goals and plans and all these things, and honestly, 2025 is not panning out exactly how I thought it would for our family. It's been a very hard pill to swallow, to just let God be in control and let God write the story and lead me to where he wants me next. But I'm trying to remain positive because there's not anything I can do. I'm very fortunate that earlier this year I launched my own strategy company by Jamie Social, and it's not something that I fully dove into on here, and I haven't 100% marketed myself, talked about it a ton. I do talk about it in other videos, and I have a website linked on my profile, and I get inbound emails all the time, and I do take on clients. But it's more been kind of a side thing because I had a full-time job. But for what it is and the time that I've put into it, my business has been incredibly successful. So I am so incredibly thankful that that is going to be something that is able to sustain us while I'm open to work. Just taking a leap and a chance on myself. I've never had the time to really sit down and devote full-time effort to my own business, and now I do. So I'm taking that as a blessing. I also have a lot of amazing connections and a really great network, so I'm feeling very confident that wherever God is directing me to next, I'm not stressed about it, I'm not worried about it. I obviously went through my moments of panic, and for the time being, I'm able to put my all in on By Jamie Social and focus on that, and that's really exciting. I'm just trying to handle this with positivity, and I know that everything's gonna work out. So if you don't already follow me, hello, I'm your new unemployed friend. Well, I guess I own my own business, but technically unemployed from a full-time job. So make sure you're following the journey to see what we do next.
Y'all, I think I'm about to get fired. Because they just put a random meeting on my calendar with HR. Girl, I know what that means. Just get it over with. Just text it to me.
Is experiencing a moment of significant change. So this has required us to manage the business more tightly, focusing on billability. So we in the other sectors have been working through efforts to increase staff billability to reach FY26 billability targets. And so we're continuously evaluating or your location or the expertise or the years of experience, right? And so the decision is not made lightly by the leaders in the health account, but at this time, we're moving forward with your formal severance notification with TEL. And so now I am going to have Adam discuss the next steps, right? And for
would be on August 18th, which would be 10 business days from today. You are eligible for a severance payment, which is calculated based on your role and your tenure with the organization. And is because of this action, your access will be shut off tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, this is not the news you want to get on your second day. Day 2 of my new job, and I have a quick chat in 2 minutes with an executive in HR. So I might be getting laid off on my second day. 1 minute.
Hi, Rosemary.
Hi.
Hi, I know we haven't met yet. I'm Anne. I run the people team. So you've met Greg Russell. I think you've talked to him quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So Greg is in my organization.
Mm-hmm.
I've also asked Kyle to join us, so he should be joining. Here he is right now.
Okay.
I've asked him to be here primarily just to be, here for you as your witness, and for us to have this conversation. I have to tell you, I'm extremely regretful that we're having this conversation. I know you just started, and unfortunately, we've had a lot of conversations happening right up until the last minute about some changes we're going to make in the organization. And I'm sorry to say that your role has been impacted. We had a really short window sort of between your start date and this decision, and we felt it was better to have you start and have access to health insurance and kind of all of the benefits that would come with, starting with the organization versus rescinding the offer. So I apologize. I know this is very shocking and difficult, but I hope we can kind of work through this together, and I'll be available to you as well as Greg to help with you in any way we can.
Okay.
I know your situation is quite different, so anything we can do to be supportive, please let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, this is an incredibly difficult situation. I appreciate everything you've contributed, and really just how thoughtful you were through your interview process as well.
Thank you. Yeah, this is not the news you want to get on your second day, because this has been so unexpected. I would really appreciate a full 2 months, so I'm wondering if there's any way that I can get 2 extra weeks of pay.
I will. I don't have an answer for that, but I'm noting that down. We can take that into consideration, have conversation about that, and let you know.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Awesome.
Thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, of course.
Kayla, this is not an easy day. It's not easy to say these words to you, but as it was announced during the town hall, our goal is to become a world-class function as we establish and accelerate and orchestrate existing and new business processes, policies, and operational services. Therefore, our team will implement changes that will result in a change of competencies and responsibilities across various leadership and support roles. And based on the shift and ongoing efforts to simplify the way we work, unfortunately, your position has been eliminated. This is not a reflection of your performance, and I do encourage you to apply for any new roles that do interest you.
We're asking you to work until May 24th. That's going to be your release day, just to ensure business continuity.
Do you have any questions?
No, just a lot to process, but not right now.
So I got laid off today. Yep. What I was fearing most this year because of all the changes happening within the education system happened. And I made a video about this a couple of weeks ago, talking about how a lot of people within the industry are getting laid off due to federal funding being cut, due to various staff reduction, things of that nature. So anyway, I just thought now that I share
my journey now that I have been laid off, and now I have to really find a replacement. Am I sad? I'm absolutely sad. I'm devastated that I have to leave a place where I really loved working. It's okay because I have all the resources that I've talked about on this platform. We have resumes that are created with the help of AI. We have other resources like networking, have LinkedIn, and we're just gonna keep marching forward. So, happy Monday. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
So there you go, guys, right? You notice there's a couple reoccurring themes there, you know? They all say that this is, a new opportunity and a new step in their journey, and that God's gonna give them a new opportunity. Guys, God has nothing to do with the fact that they're unemployed, broke 304s. And then you guys notice how a good chunk of them said that they're gonna use TikTok now to make money, right? Come on, you absolute dunderhead.
You stupid woman!
These chicks are cooked. And they'll say, oh, I'm in tech. No, you're not. You're in recruiting in tech. You're in marketing at a tech place. You're not a software engineer, you dunderhead.
You stupid woman!
Guys, these chicks are cooked. They're cooked, you know? And guys, they're going to be hitting you guys up on Facebook because they want you guys to swoop in and pay their bills.
Here I come to save the day.
Guys, don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills. Don't pay their bills.
The impact of job loss is being felt nationwide, especially among black women in the labor force. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, in February, more than 10.5 million black women were employed. But by June, that number dropped below 10.3 million.
Look at
That's
that.
a loss of more than 300,000 employees in just months. Some of that job loss can be attributed to cuts in the federal workforce and the dismantling of DEI programs in the public and private sectors. Gender economist Katika Roy joins us now. She recently wrote an article for MSNBC that examined black women leaving the labor force, and she joins us now with more on what she found. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
300,000 black women.
Man, that's an ugly looking broad on the right guys?
Holy shit. Look who got beat with the ugly stick.
Leaving the workforce in 3 months sounds like an alarming number. How and why did this happen? And why do you say it's not a coincidence?
Well, the job cuts, yeah, it's a good question. So if we take a step back, this is an economic alarm bell. You know, the primary piece that we are seeing is the federal job cuts and the agencies that were actually targeted for those cuts, which such as education and healthcare, which are predominantly employed black women. So, for instance, if you look at women's labor force participation and the percentage of black women in the labor force, they make up about 6% of the labor force, but 12% of federal jobs.
Wow. And we've certainly seen that loss, and we felt that loss locally for sure with the federal reduction. What kind of impact? So we talked a little bit about the economic effect. What kind of impact is the loss of black women in the workforce having locally, nationally? I mean, what does it mean for the future when it comes to things like student loans, home ownership, and building generational wealth?
And that's a great point. So one of the things that we know is for every percentage point of women leaving the labor force, it actually hits GDP at about $164 billion. So in other words, the connection is 1% equals about 146 billion GDP loss. But then we have things such as housing, the spillover effects that you were talking about, housing, healthcare, education, et cetera. And we've seen that even with inflation, right? So black women on average earn 64 cents on the dollar, but the inflation rate as of last week is 3 times that for women's goods and services.
Let me ask you, while all of this news seems very, very bleak, is there an upside? How do we go about reversing this trend?
Well, one of the things that we assume is that policy is gender neutral. It's not.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
I had to stop it here, guys. I had to. There's no fixing this, right? Because this is all choice. Guys, these B-dubs all worked in DEI jobs, HR jobs, and admin jobs with the federal government. None of them are essential, so they got laid off. You know, I have friends who work for the Fed. That's all the B-dubs are all in these useless jobs. And when Orange Man started making those cuts, all those chicks got kicked out. There's no policy change that can protect useless jobs. You absolute dunderhead.
You stupid woman.
Gender ignorant. And what I mean by that is when we make these cuts, we're assuming that it's gender neutral. It isn't. It's gender ignorant. And the issue is that it impacts everyone. It doesn't only impact Black women, it impacts the entire economy. Just as one example, between 1970 and 2016, women increasing their labor force participation added $2 trillion to the U.S. economy. When we see Black women leaving the labor force, we're actually shrinking our economy.
Wow. And as you wrote, that affects every single one of us. So when we talk about that big number again, 300,000 women, Black women leaving the workforce in just a couple of months, what sort of trends did you see? Are they out of the workforce? Are they becoming entrepreneurs? Where are these 300,000 women going? What are they doing now?
Our tax dollars, right, guys? Right? Our tax dollars. That's what they're doing now. Our tax dollars are paying for them, right?
With your broke ass. That's a great question. We don't really know. What we can look at from historical data is that there are two things that are probably happening. One is that they are becoming entrepreneurs, so small business owners. That's one piece. Or they're
right.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Joining the informal economy. So they may not be participating in the formal economy, which is tracked by things like the monthly jobs report.
Yeah, we all know what the informal economy is, right, guys?
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside home. I work at Hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at Hoeing.
But they're participating in the informal economy.
Let me just ask a last question here. For the many women who are watching right now who are in this space, what would you tell them? What would your advice to them be?
You're cooked. You're cooked.
Tell your story. I would say stand up and speak out. We need, the stories that I have heard just from publishing this article 5 days ago are incredible, and we need to hear your voices, and we need you. This is not just an issue of equity or fairness. Mm-hmm. This is actually an issue of economic opportunity for everyone.
All right, gender economy.
This is such bullshit, guys. I really, I try to not swear, you know what I'm saying, but this is such bullshit. Guys, I'm telling you, these B-dubs, guys, this many B-dubs have been laid off, and guys, do you see anything changing the economy? No. Useless jobs, guys. Useless jobs. That's the one thing as a man that we cannot afford to do, is being a useless or non-essential job. And this is behavior. Because, guys, there's tons of construction jobs, trucking jobs, all this stuff open. And these B-dubs wouldn't touch those jobs with a 10-foot pole. Clown world. Guys, I know. I have to translate. I mean, come on, guys. Look at the size of this rod.
That's a huge bitch!
Here we go.
Today, I go into work at a job that I've been at for 8 years.
Damn!
And because of reduction in force, they let me go. The emotion that I'm feeling right now is just kind of all over the place. Like, I don't even really know how to comprehend what just happened. But I do know that I can't stay stagnant. I have to look for me another job. But today, tomorrow, I'm going to work on my resume and just take in everything that just happened and try to figure something out and like what my next step is going to be. But it's just crazy how, I mean, they let a lot of people go.
There you go.
Reduction in force.
And guys, the reduction in force means that she works for the federal government, and they gave her the old heave ho. And that, you got to be pretty strong to heave this ho.
it just lets you know how dispensable you are to these jobs. You know? It don't matter how good of a worker you are, how you show up every day on time, don't miss many days at work, only if you necessarily have to. Work hard. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to these employers. But this is the way that the world is. This is life. And all you can do is just keep pushing forward and just move on.
And there you go, guys. Guys, it took this dunderhead to realize this. And this is why these chicks who say they have careers, guys, they don't have careers, they have jobs, right? I mean, let's be honest. They would rather choose this over a husband and children who care about them and care if they live or die. But these chicks think that their boss or their job cares. Come on.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Let's look at some of these other chicks. This chick, I got laid off this morning. This chick says, I lost my job in May after 23 years as a federal contractor. Look at that. All these chicks getting laid off. Clown world. Man, we say... Guys, we seem to have to translate a lot, right?
I was a part of a mass layoff today at my job. Can you tell? Let's talk about it. This morning when I logged in for work, I had a 15-minute touch base with a manager that I don't necessarily work with anymore. So I kind of already had the feeling that something was going on, but obviously I was going to try to stay hopeful. So, I went throughout the day, I took my meetings, I did my work, and then the 12 o'clock meeting came. When I logged on, it was that manager and then someone I hadn't met before. And it was at that moment I knew that I was getting laid off. I tried to hold it together as best as I could. The role that I got terminated from, or what you even say terminated, I guess you could, was a senior associate for population health. And essentially they were just letting me know that they are doing away with the role. And I wasn't the only one that was being laid off, and it wasn't, about my abilities and the whole shebang. But I was no longer needed at my job. That breaks my heart because I've been with this company for 3 years. I started back in, 2022. And I've been fully remote working with this company, doing the best I can to help members that were with this company. So yes, it sucked a lot, but I'm making this TikTok to hopefully reach other employers in the public health field.
Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, I'm gonna try and find a job off of TikTok. You absolute dunderhead. What are you talking about?
You stupid woman.
A bachelor's in healthcare administration, a master's in public health, and I am currently a doctoral candidate to getting my doctorate in public health at Tulane University. So if you know of any jobs, any public health jobs, or any jobs that you think kind of falls into that role of the public health realm, if you could please just tag me in them, send them to me, whatever the case is, I would be greatly appreciated. And maybe this is the start of my little TikTok influencer journey. Let's see.
Of course, guys. The backup plan is TikTok, right? Why are they so dumb? If they think that they're gonna make money off of TikTok,
listen. I don't know what the fuck you saying, but all I know, you ain't getting a motherfucking dime.
Look at that, guys. And of course, praying for abundance. God will bless you. Please, there it is, guys, right? Yeah, God is intergalactic Santa Claus who's gonna find you a job. Yeah. Clown world. God is gonna make sure that you make money on TikTok. Clown world. Absolute moron. What the fuck is going on? Why? Guys, don't be these dunderheads. Make sure that your job is essential, or that it's so important that you can just get another job tomorrow. I have friends of mine that are IT guys, friends of mine that are plumbers or whatever, and they just get tired of the job they're in and just go quit, and they'll just work for another company. A friend of mine, he's a high-level IT guy, he'll just quit his job, go travel for like a month and a half, 2 months, and then go get another job. Another guy that I know, he's a trucker. He has so much money in the bank because he drove for years and years and years straight. He'll just not work for 3 or 4 months. His house is paid off, you know? He has investments. So he'll drive trucks just to pass the time. But, you know, he can just do whatever he wants and not sit there crying on the phone like these chicks on TikTok. But all right, you guys, this is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe. Guys, I'm out of here. Have a good one.